Welcome back to Super Bowl football. For those of you that just watched the last game, Barrington was defeated by Huntley by 1 point. As we get into our last game of the evening, I'm Max Schultz commentating for you live tonight as the North Side faces off against Lake Junior Eagles tonight. Game time will be starting any moment now as we bring you our varsity matchup tonight in one of the most exciting games possibly we're looking at for this last game of the day. They say save the best for last, and that is true in this sense. As we get ready to rumble here in our last game of the day, what has been an eventful, fun, and cold day here in the booth. First down now.
All right, Lakes is going to start north side from their own 35.
North Side starting with the ball to start this game. It's first down and 10 to go. Run up the middle that time. Gaining a couple on the play. Good stop by the defense. It will still be second down with about 6 to go.
There is an extra north side roster that can be brought to the booth. We see it as an issue.
Greg, give him the binder up there.
Another run up the gut will be stopped by Lakes.
Tackled on the play by number 24, Logan, and number 15, Lennon.
Here.
It will be third down and short for North Side. And it looks like, let's see where the spot is. They're going to say it's enough for the first for North Side to continue their drive.
It cuts off, I guess. They have more players.
Just enough for the first down out to the
First down for Northside, continuing their drive at about the 44-yard line. Running back in the backfield for Northside. He gets the handoff up the middle, pushing that pile forward, breaking tackles.
87 for Northside, rumbling, stumbling, and bumbling his way down to the 45-yard line of the Lakes Junior Eagles. Going to bring up a 2nd and 1 for the Titans.
Second down and short for Northside, looking to get a crucial first down for their opening possession. It's another run up the gut that time. We're going to see where they mark it. It looks like he did have enough, and he will.
23, Watola. Enough for the first down.
That was Hunter Watola on the carry. He seems to be one of the running backs for Northside that's been used to this point. Let's see who else they choose to use in their running attack, which has been effective so far in the early stages of this first quarter. Lakes does not seem to have an answer for the running attack so far. It's another run up the middle, spun down, and the ball comes out. Lakes has it. Recovered by number 44, Chase Davis on the grab. Picking up the fumble. Good awareness that time by the defense Chase Davis picking up the fumble.
Below us. We do our best.
After that fumble, the Lake Junior Eagles will now possess the ball. Running back in the backfield for the Eagles. Run up the middle, not going very far, but he breaks some tackles, but still does not go very far.
Davis on the carry, number 44.
Run up the middle, not going very far, but he breaks some tackles, but still does not go very far. Back,
Luke Passenger, number 18.
fighting for a couple extra yards. Their quarterback today is Dominic Lostarosco, excuse me, is the quarterback, number 14. We're going to see what he does. Probably most likely give it up to Davis on the handoff. That's what they do. Up the middle, breaking some tackles, not going down without a fight that time. Another good run.
Davis, number 44, on the carry again.
I like how they are utilizing him in the Eagles offense. Davis makes the big play on the defensive stop, and he's doing good on the offensive. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a coach Kurt Lennon here to start this one. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this one, in the first quarter. Both teams running the ball a lot, not a lot of passing so far, if at any. All runs so far from both sides. But Eli Davis, the thing I like about him, Chase Davis, the thing I like about him is that he holds onto the ball and powers through contact. I like that about Chase Davis, number 44, that number 1 running back for the Lakes Eagles. Lakes on the 42-yard line. It's going to be another run up the middle, that time breaking some more tackles down to about the 47 of. It's going to be another run up the middle, that time breaking some more tackles down to about the 47. Eagles. They're giving Chase Davis a little bit of a rest. And number 50, Jake Livingood, is going to come off the field to substitute. But good job that time by the secondary running back, Grayson Lennon. Another good run that time by Grayson Lennon. Picks up about 3 or 4, I would say, maybe even 2. We've not seen Dominic Lostarosco throw the ball yet, really. He's been just handing it off to his running backs and letting them pound the ball up the middle. At the bottom of your fine, you'll see Mason Gallo. He's their wide receiver in one-on-one coverage, if anyone was wondering. It is going to be a reverse to Gallo. Taking off, has some blockers, but gets swarmed down by the Eagles. Or excuse me, by Northside. Taking off, has some blockers, but gets swarmed down by the open or involved in some way. That time Northside does a good job of wrapping it up. Third down and long now for Lakes after that reverse trickery by Kurt Lennon's offense goes nowhere. Good job by Northside staying disciplined and staying home, knowing that they couldn't get that far outside and keeping their edges clean. It's now third down and long for the Eagles. Most likely a passing down, which it will be. Dropping back, pressure coming. Has room to run, will tuck it and run it, is number 14, the quarterback, Dominic Lostarosco. He will pull it down and tuck. Will be dropping back, pressure coming. Has room to run, will tuck it and run it, is number 14, the quarterback, Dominic lost Roscoe. It looks like he was short, which he is. It's brought down in about a half a yard, not even, maybe a yard. As number 9, Dylan Hood, runs off the field. And number 14 trots back onto the field to talk with his team. Dominic lost Rocio. Single back formation for the Eagles. It is a quarterback keep. Dominic fighting. Nowhere to go. Good. It is a quarterback keep. Dominic fighting. Nowhere to go. That's a pretty big stop right there if you're Northside. You gave up the fumble earlier in the game to the Eagles, but now they get the ball back. Do not go anywhere. 1:40 to go in our last game of the night. What's been a very competitive defensive battle, and both teams' running backs going to work. We're going to see Northside and their offense come back out and see if they can get anything written up to go for a possible touchdown drive, which they want to try to do, but neither team has successfully done yet. Crowd getting into it for Northside, and now that they're on offense, it will be a quarterback keeper up the middle. Not wanting to go down, but that seems to be a bad decision as the Lake Junior Eagles get to Northside that time, bring him behind the line of scrimmage. Good tackle that time by Aiden Saros, being aware of where the ball carrier wanted to run with that one, but going nowhere that time. Good defense, though. It's second down and manageable. We'll call it about 4 or 5 to go. Northside going to run it again up the middle. Has some blockers on in front, fighting for the first. We're going to see where the refs choose to spot him. Now is number 87 on the run, but we're not going to sure where they're going to mark it. I'm pretty sure he had enough for the first, and that's what they're going to give him the first down. He was only able to get that first down because he fought all the way until the end of the play. Great effort that time at number 87. We've seen him a couple times in the backfield, tearing it up. It seems like Lake might be getting a little bit tired here. The Eagles trying to keep up. And that time goes nowhere. A little bit of a late push. No flag, though, after the play was already dead. And that time goes nowhere. A little bit of a late push. But ultimately, looking at it, not a big gain. It will be second down and still second down and long. At the end of this first quarter, your score is 0-0 in what we thought would be a high-scoring game. However, both defenses have played strong so far. Second quarter getting ready to start soon. Neither team has really had a great tempo or flow to this point. But both teams playing competitive on defense, which has been the key so far, which explains why there's been no score, because the defense on both sides making big plays at crucial moments. Second quarter starting now. Northside's ball. They're going to most likely stick to that running attack, which has been working to number 87. It's actually going to be a pass down the field. Has a man. Over the top of the head. A little too far. It's actually going to be a pass down the field. Has a man. Number 29, it looked like. Could not come up with it. Falls incomplete. That brings up a third down and about 10 to go. Maybe 9 to go, depending on where the ball is. It looks to be about 9. 2 running backs in the backfield. Oh, and it looks like there's going to be a false start on the offense that time, and that's going to be the call. False start, and that will move north side back. That's a catch of fresh air for the Lakes Eagles right there.
Ball is going to get placed at the 46-yard line.
Still a lot of time to go in the second quarter. Only 30 seconds in about. It will be a crucial third down here for Northside. It will be a quarterback keep up the middle, fighting for a couple of extra yards. Northside trying to draw something up on fourth down. This is definitely a passing down because it's fourth down and 11. I would say if they were within 5, you could do either, but since they are within 11, they will for sure be passing that ball deep and trying to catch the defense off guard. More whistles are going to be flown in. Timeout is going to be on the field. Stay with us. No score here from Mundelein High School. The temperature is rapidly dropping now at 35 degrees, and some rain is predicted in the forecast for the remainder of this game. However, it is a run up the middle from Northside. It's a run up the middle. That time it goes nowhere. Big stop that time by the Eagles defense, as now they will retake offensive roles soon.
The Eagles will have the ball first and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
Good defensive drive by the Eagles. Let's see if the Eagles can come up with a scoring possession. Neither teams have scored to this point. Let's see if the Eagles will be the first to do that. It's going to be a pass. Dropping back is number 14. A bullet pass over the middle. Dangerous pass by Dominic Roscoe. No receiver. Let's see if the Eagles will be the first to do that. It's going to be a pass. Dropping back is number 14. A bullet pass over the middle. Dangerous pass by Dominic. Dominic, though, is playing well, but that play was a little bit unill-advised as there was no receiver. Luckily, no. Running back in the backfield still for Lakes. Dominic getting ready to take the snap. It's going to be a keeper. Great defensive pursuit that time by the defense on that one. Going nowhere that time is Lakes. It's going to bring up a third down.
39 on the tackle for Northside.
Good tackle
After a short game.
that time
It's going to be 3rd and 8.
by number 39. Good tackle on the play.
8-yard line for the Eagles.
Eagles really trying to get a score on the board sometime this quarter. This drive is kind of moving slow, but yet still moving. Dominic getting ready to take the snap. What we've seen a lot early, though, is Dominic tucking the ball and running. That's what Las Roscoe seems to be good at to this point. Run up the middle.
15 on the right side. That's Lennon, but he is tackled.
Grayson Lennon, the running back for Lakes, or just one of them, I should say, have gotten a good amount of carries today, but that time he's unable to break anything long. Grayson Lennon was the running back on the previous play. Gain of about 1.5 yards, maybe close to 2 yards. Lakes is dropping back in the pocket. Doesn't have a lot of time, though. Takes the ball and runs with it. Shoved out of bounds is the quarterback for the Eagles. Lost Rocio. Short of the first down. Titans will be getting the ball back now. It really is a defensive struggle, though, on both sides. Or, excuse me, an offensive struggle, but a defensive hold by both sides continuously holding on defense, which is a good sign for their defenses, but neither offense has provided a score yet, and we're almost halfway through the second quarter with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. You would figure someone would score, but not in this game. All the other games, there were a lot of scores. This one is staying at 0 due to the good defensive efforts by both sides, not giving an edge. First down for Northside. Let's see if the Titans can draw anything up to get in a big play type atmosphere down the field. Maybe a deep pass right now if you're the Titans. Handoff up the middle. That's not going to go anywhere.
Right up the middle, but a whole wall of defenders from the Eagles. Stops him right at the line of scrimmage.
That was good defense that time by the Eagles, knowing that they filled the gaps well. Nowhere for Northside to run. Discipline is key, and that time Lakes had a lot of discipline, knowing that he wasn't able to break the ball outside. Good communication by that defensive line for the Eagles. It is going to bring up a second down and still pretty long to go. I think 8 or 9. But Northside's strategy so far has been run the ball up the gut and take a pass occasionally. That's what they've been doing. And this will be a run up the middle. Breaking tackles. He might go all the way. The 30, the 20, a stiff arm down to the 10. It's still going. Dives into the end zone. What a run that time. Touchdown that time for Northside. They cracked the code like a 90s video game. Into the end zone. What a run that time. Touchdown that time. Eagles tackles. A run of about 35, 40 yards. 6-0. Northside is up, and they will attempt the extra point here. The extra point attempt will be upcoming as we just watched that huge run that time, finding the lane and getting in the end zone. An important drive for Northside, and they capitalize. The team that capitalizes today will be the team that wins. Simple and easy as that. There are whistles, and it looks like a timeout is called on the opposing sideline. We will step away for a second, but we will be back very shortly. Do not go away, fans. This is a great game still between two competitive teams to this point. Northside, however, first one to crack the code, as I was saying. Good run up the middle as the defense kind of had a miscommunication. It looked like someone was supposed to fill that gap. That gap wasn't filled. Northside took advantage. As we're waiting for an extra point attempt after the timeout. Probably a good timeout, though, to get to re-energize your defense if you're the Eagles, but a good timeout by the Eagles to re-energize their defense. And now we will be attempting an extra point. Not a far one, obviously, 'cause it's an extra point, but about a 20-yard kick. Or a kick from about the 15. The kick is up. And it is no good. It is low, beneath the crossbar. It looks like the kicker's leg didn't get a good boot on that one. It's still 6-0, though. I mean, if you're Northside, you still have to be pretty happy. You have a lead. I mean, that's something, right? Like, considering this game was scoreless for so long, at least you have a lead now. But what are you going to – is Northside going to be able to hold the lead for the next 2.5 quarters? That's the question against a very explosive Eagles offense. Let's see if the Eagles are able to respond on their next drive of this quarter.
Today and tomorrow. Like 6 to the last game right now. There's 6 today and there's 6 tomorrow. Well, yeah, like my buddy does it. This is the 3rd year we've done it.
It's going to be a run up the middle, handoff that time. Great running that time.
Close to a first down if he doesn't actually have it, and it is a first down.
He's a
for the Eagles.
It is a first down. The Chains will move after that 10-yard run. It will be enough by a length of a football to get to the first down. 5 minutes and counting.
Yeah, they're long days. I got here at 8, but that's all right. No, yeah, it's worth it. What else would I be doing? No, they give me cash. Yeah.
It's another run up to the right side this time, but good tackle by Northside. Gain of about a yard. I would say about a yard that time, trying to break it actually to the right side. I like what I've been seeing out of the Eagles this drive, trying to mix up in the direction which they're running the ball. They're still sticking with the run, but they're trying to trick which way they're going with it. Trying to be a little bit more perceptive, as I would like to say. Tomorrow, coverage from the TCYFL starts at 10 o'clock. Tune in for that, as it's Caneland versus Liberty. As we go back to this game here, it's another handoff up the middle. Good push from the O-line. Good solid run. A gain of about 7 or 8, getting near the marker, but just short. Chase Davis has been a huge factor in this game, running the ball, able to exploit the gap in the middle again. He is your main player on this team. He is the guy that you're going to want to give the ball to on offense. Him and Grayson Lennon have been great so far. Let's see if they can get into the end zone on this drive, as it'll most likely be another handoff to Chase Davis, as that's what it's been to this point. It's a toss to the right side. Has some room, breaking tackles. It's Grayson Lennon. That dude is hard to tackle. They are eventually able to tackle him, but it is a first down for the Eagles. The Eagles threatening to score on this drive, moving it into the 40-yard line. Good run by Lennon. It's a first down. What has been a great game to this point. Let's see if the Eagles can respond on this drive. This drive seems to be their most promising to this point. It's another toss. The ball is lost. They're going to have to improvise. Number 14, the quarterback, picks it up, and he tries to gain about a yard on the play. To improvise. Number 14, the quarterback, picks it up, and he tries to gain about a yard on the play. Supposed to be broken outside. It appears there was a bit of a problem with the switch of getting the ball tossed. And that will set them back a couple yards. It's still second down, but matters of can we pick up a first down is the question that head coach Kurt Lennon is asking right now. But he has to be pretty happy with the way his son has performed to this point. Grayson Lennon, who has pounded the ball up the middle and doing whatever he can when Eli Davis, their other good running back, is not in. So what has been a very eventful game with the fumble at the start to the touchdown by Northside to now this very good offensive drive we're seeing by the Eagles. But I think eventually I want to see them toss it up to the big guy on the far right side of your screen that's now moving in motion, number 35, who they tried to get it to earlier, Mason Galalo. I want to see them toss it to a receiver. We know that Lost Rocio can throw the ball. Let him throw the ball down the field. Take your chances in one-on-one coverage because number 35 does have a little bit of a height gain over his defender as it's a run to the left side. Stiff arm by number 15. That's Lennon again. There is his defender as it's a run to the left side. Stiff arm by number 15. That's Lennon side instead of up the middle because if you get near the sideline, you could stop the clock, and that's important. Even though it's only the second quarter, you can stop the clock before halftime. As to give you a brief weather update, as it's been dry all day long, a little snowy at 8 this morning when we got here to set up, but it does look like there will be rain starting at about 7 o'clock, which will occur during this game. So we're going to have to see how the players will adjust to the rain. So maybe not as much passing then. If the ball is slippery, you have to think about that, of course, if there's rain factored in. Second down, it's a pass. They're letting Dominic throw it. Nearly intercepted that time, as that was a risky pass. I don't know exactly who that was intended for. It was a little bit high up there for any receiver within the area. Good coverage, though, by the defense, not letting it be complete off a deflection or some crazy situation like that. It drops to the ground. It's going to be third down and long. They're down and long. I want them to take another shot. I feel like the Eagles are being a little bit too pretentious right now by just running the ball so much. The running game is working, that's correct. But at one point or another, you're going to have to lob it down the field to your big guy at the bottom of your screen, number 35. Mason Gallo, who can make a grab when needed. They're going to pass it again. Dominic going to get sacked by Northside. Dropped well behind the line of scrimmage that time. Northside's grab when needed. They're going to pass it again. Dominic going to get sacked by Northside. Dropped well behind the line of scrimmage. The two edge rushers come off, and then everybody else just closes in on Dominic. Lost Rocco, and that's a huge sack right there. One that you cannot take. It's now fourth and forever, and they will be punting. Smart idea to punt. You obviously are not going for it when you're 30 yards away from the first down. The punt does not go that far. Bounces at around the 50, and it looks like it hit the player on north side.
Covered it right at midfield, number 18. Wisely fouls on the ball. That's Passenger from north side.
Luke Passenger fell on the ball. Smart and aware matter, because if he did not, it would be Lake's ball because he touched it. But it will still, however, be Northside's ball. Northside kind of caught a huge break there. Luckily for them, they don't have a huge field to work with. They only have to go 50 yards from here for a touchdown. They don't have to go the whole field. A short field for them. Let's see if Northside can get another rushing touchdown, and they are able to get a 3-and-out against the Eagles on that last drive. Big stop there. First down now for the north side, and they got a man. Oh, there should have been 2 catches on that play. One by the receiver and one by for the north side, and they got a man. Oh, there should have been 2 catches on that play. One by But instead, though, it is just dropped flat out, and there's no consequences for either team. No deep completion and no interception. Good coverage, though, but a better throw, though. Taking the shot down the field that time. I like that if you're the north side offense here early. Mike Lohman must have liked that one because it was almost caught. That was one where they wish they probably had back because they could have caught that possibly for a big gain right now. It's 2nd down and long still. It's a run to the right side. The big guy gets it. Number 39. We don't have numbers for anybody over 23. It's a run to the right side. The big guy gets it. Number 39. We don't field Hunter Watala. The big guy getting the carry. We thought it went to half initially, but they do add a second back on the clock. So the half is not officially over like we initially thought. They're going to give the Eagles one last chance almost with 1 second before the half. Northside does still lead 6-0. That was still true. Nothing happened. You didn't miss anything. And we're going to expect a deep shot here from Northside. And that's what it's going to be, from the Eagles. And just batted down safely. Broken up. Smart idea. You don't want to risk an interception or anything. Just throw it up. It doesn't really matter. As they go to the half down by 6 is the Eagles. Stay with us here. Second half of football is coming in 10 minutes. Do not go anywhere. Still anyone's game. Our last half of football of the day is underway here shortly. Thank you for joining us. I'm Max Schultz, your commentator. Throughout the whole day, we will be having more Super Bowls tomorrow. Thank you for staying with us for the entirety of the day on this chilly day. The weather's only going to drop from here, as us Chicago suburbs people know. The weather only gets worse after the middle of November, the last nice weekend for football. Yes, there was some predicted rain in the forecast, but that seems to be dodging south of us, so we catch a break there. As Lakes trots back out onto the field, it is a low-scoring game. It's only 6-0 here, so a long way to go. 20 more minutes of football to decide who will be bringing home the Super Bowl trophy at the end of this one as Lakes start their drive at the 35-yard line. It's a keeper to number 14, Dominic Rico. Rostrosio, I'm sorry about the pronunciation, but the quarterback will hold on to it. Smart decision for the North Shore, realizing that the quarterback is going to be carrying the ball. A lot of time to go in this third quarter. It just got started here, but Lake's not starting the way they want it. Going back on first down, they will bring up a second down in about 11. They are going with 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. It's going to be a pass. Dominic looking for something across the middle. Intercepted! It looks like it was intercepted. It was off the hands of... That was number... Across the middle. Intercepted! It looks like it was intercepted. It was! That was a big play that time by the defense of Northside. Now they got their drive. Lake's not starting the way they want, and Kurt Lennon has to be frustrated right now with his team after that interception, although it's not Dominic Marazzo's fault. Excuse me, Dominic lost to Rico. A handoff, the big guy getting the carry, trying to break it to the right side. Doesn't get a lot on the play. Gain of about 1. It's second down and about 9 to go. Second down with 10 to go. Still a while left in this one. Do not go anywhere, as this game's still very much alive for both teams. Northside has the ball right now at about the 50-yard line. Second down and about 6 or 7, we'll say. Running back in the backfield. Oh, high snap that time. Huge loss on the play. He cannot pick it up. And the Eagles have recovered the lost fumble. Touchdown, Eagles! As they celebrated the end, pick it up. And the Eagles have recovered the lost fumble. Touchdown, Eagles! But there is a minutes and 30 seconds to go. That is just heartbreaking if you're the Eagles. That flag literally saved Northside from a fumble. That was a high snap originally. We're going to see what Northside will continue to do on that drive, but that was not a good play. Northside playing good defense, but Lakes is playing sloppy offense, but they are somehow still moving the ball at a pace, but make some risky previous plays. It's a reverse to number 35. He has a huge hole. That is Mason Gallo on the carry, his first run of the night. I said earlier that they should utilize the big guy more in the passing game. However, they use him in the reverse game. Good gain, though, that time. Another good play from the Eagles after what we thought was a fumble recovered by Lakes.
Ball being spotted at the 26-yard line of the Titans, where the Eagles are going to have the ball first and 10.
Lake is moving the ball this drive at a good pace. And now, after that good play, they seem to clinch the tempo moving inside the 30-yard line. Northside needs to get a stop here on this drive. It's going to be a run to the right side. Sorry. I thought that it was a run to the right side. No, I thought number 44 had it. However, that was a really good fake as the quarterback, number 14, Dominic Rico, hold on to it and kept it. I thought it was the option to number 44 for the Eagles. I thought they gave it to Chase Davis. They did not give it to Davis, and they let Rico hold on to it for a little gain. Not a huge gain that time. Gain him a couple yards, breaking it outside. Good play call, though, because that even had me confused on where the ball went. Good job by the Eagles trying to trick up the defense, but not getting a lot of reward out of it. Oh, and the ball is dropped, recovered, and breaking tackles now on the right side, getting spun down past the 30. Oh, and the ball is dropped, recovered, and breaking tackles now on the right side, getting spun down past 3rd and 9. But good run, though, by Lennon, putting his head down and getting to where he wanted to go, breaking a couple of tackles from Northside. But Northside here has to play strong defense, and they have to be disciplined, knowing that Dominic Rostrico could definitely throw the ball down the field and thread the needle here if he needs to. Although so far in this game, not a lot of passing success. He definitely has the arm to do it, as it will most likely be another run to Davis. He's looking to pass. Pressure is coming, and nothing is there, and the ball is out. It looked like it's a strip sack. Northside gets it right back. Nothing that number 14, Dominic Rossio, the quarterback, could do that time because the pressure was coming from the edges again. The Northside has been doing a really good job at getting pressure from the edges and conveying on their quarterback. No time for Dominic as he goes down. Not only was it a sack, it was a strip sack. So now the Northside defense making big plays here, and that's what's been better this game has been the Northside defense, and that's why the score is what it is, 6-0, because of that Northside defense being so ferocious. 4.5 left in the third. Still some time for Northside to expand their lead. They're not totally out of time. They have a lot of time to expand their lead in this quarter, and they have the fourth quarter to do so. It is a run up the middle. Big hole that time. The 50, the 40, no one can catch him. He's like Walter Payton. The 30, the 20, the 10. He's a touchdown. Northside will be expanding that lead that time. Big hole up the middle. That 20, the 10. He's a touchdown. Northside will be expanding that lead that time. Big hole. The score is now 12-0, and that has to kill what the Eagles had. The Eagles had a good drive going, and then they got strip sacked, leading to a touchdown. How things have changed here in this third quarter. Northside looking to expand their lead with an extra point. But if you're Northside, you feel pretty confident considering the Eagles have not been able to get a fluid offense going so far. Looking to score the extra point. They are very close to the goal line, and they looks like they broke it, and they're in. Looking to score the extra point. They are very close to the goal line, and they looks like they broke it. Tackles to get in, doing what he had to do necessary that time. It looked like it was the same guy that had the touchdown, number 67. We don't have their names, anyone past 23, but he was the running back at the time. But overall, a good offensive drive and a good defensive drive by Northside. That's exactly what you want in that situation. That's about all you can ask for there. We will wait for the change of possession, but we will be back to more football very soon here. If anyone in the comments on Facebook can type in who that was that just had that long touchdown run, that would be much appreciated, because we do not have anyone's roster name on Northside past the number 23. If anyone could type that in, that'd be great, as the next drive will start for the Eagles. That was a good run that time, exploiting the gap up the middle, gain of a couple.
Going to be 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line for the Eagles.
That was Reggie Mitchell, we believe, on that touchdown run. I do apologize that we don't have the roster numbers past the number 23. It will be 2nd down and medium now for the Eagles. The Eagles take a pitch left. Has some room near the sideline, but stopped by that Northside defense again, which has been dominating in the course of this game, especially in this half. The Eagles seem like they're kind of running out of ideas. It seems like Northside's defending pretty well. It was a personal foul against the defense as Dominic Rossio will get to move him in his offense.
ball's going to be placed at the 43-yard line of the Titans. 3 minutes left here to play in the third quarter.
Going back to that touchdown earlier by Reggie Mitchell, number 87, he's had a great game tonight, being a crucial ball carrier for that Northside team. And it seems like Northside jumped.
It's going to be an offside against the Titans.
It's an offsides against the Titans. And that will move the Eagles forward. Good things for the Eagles this drive after Northside cannot stay disciplined and they jumped the line. And they will move that ball forward to about the 40. First down, Eagles. It is another handoff up the gut. This time there's a big hole. Good run that time by Chase. Eagles. It is another handoff up the gut. This time there's a big hole. Driving over the middle is Chase Davis. That dude has definitely had a great night for that Lake Junior Eagles. Definitely one of their best players out there. As we attend our attention to the middle of the field at about the 30, we have a Northside player down right now, which is not what you want to see in any sport, especially in the biggest stage in the Super Bowl. It looked like after that hit, the player, we can't really tell who the number is, but he kind of went down awkwardly and landed on his side. That's what it looked like from the booth. But he has not sitting up yet, so we cannot tell you who the number was. But when we do know, we will tell who the number was. But that did not look like a good injury. He is able to sit up. That is a blessing right there. That is really good to see. And let's hope that he stands up. As the crowd gives a nice round of applause, being able to see that the player is able to get up for Northside. That's a great thing to see here in Super Bowl football. As we get right back into Super Bowl football after the injury. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Northside leading by 13. They definitely have had the momentum most of this game. All of a sudden, though, the Eagles have been roaring back and looking ready to score. There is a flag that was tossed in. It looks like it's against Northside, so the Eagles have definitely had good luck with the penalties this drive. 30-yard line now for the Eagles of Lakes, as it is another handoff, doing a really good job of pounding the ball up the middle. Breaking tackles, uses the stiff arm in. He might go all the way. He's going to get down near the goal line. It's going to be a close one if he gets in. Down to the 3 or 4. Great run that time, keeping his momentum going. The Eagles are threatening to score to make this game a little bit more enticing as we move forward here in this game. This game has been very exciting to this point, although the scoreboard says otherwise. We hope that this game will get more exciting, and we're looking at it getting more exciting as the Eagles look about ready to score here in this last game of the day. It is a run to the left side. He has some space. Grayson Lennon, he's going to be close. He's been playing really well tonight. He is the secondary running back who has been having a good day today, but not able to punch it in, but he does gain 2 yards officially. The Eagles looking like they're going to score a touchdown to make the game a 13-6 game. Extra point made, it would be 13-7 before the end of the quarter, which if they were able to get a stop on their next possession and get the ball back, they could tie it up and possibly even win in the final moments in the fourth quarter. This is a crucial situation for Lakes as they need a touchdown here. They cannot settle for a field goal. And they are in. Lakes get. This is a crucial situation for Lakes as they need a touchdown here. They cannot settle for a field goal. And they are. As we are still waiting for the timeout to be over. Lakes has done a good job not giving the ball in this half like they were earlier. However, they are still down in this one, 13-6. But if you're the Eagles, you're still going to feed the ball to Chase Davis. That's what you've been doing all night long. And hopefully you rely on your defense to get a couple crucial stops. Do not go away as we start this fourth quarter. Titans still have the ball. Let's see if the Eagles can get another crucial stop here. It's a run up the gut for Northside, bringing tacklers along with him that time. A couple Eagles there to stop the run attack that time. We have an injured player down on the field. This time it's for Northside and not Lakes, but even so, not something you want to see again on this big scenario. You need all the players you have, especially your starters, in these type of games. We'll try to see who that is laying down in the middle of the field right now. It's kind of hard to tell because he's laying down. But if he sits up, we will get the number out to you as soon as possible. If you have any friends that are not watching the game right now, you could share this live stream to all your friends on Facebook to stay tuned, as this game is still very close in the fourth quarter, just starting, as we are still in the injury timeout. But I like Northside's effort in this half. In the first half, they seem a little tired and like not all the way there. But now something during halftime, and now they turned up the intensity. I like what Coach Kurt Lennon has done this half, making sure that his players stay disciplined in terms of scoring touchdowns and making stops. If he's able to have his boys make a stop here, that's huge for Lakes, as they could possibly, like I said earlier, take the lead or tie, which would be better than a full-on loss. At least they're giving good effort. If you're Lakes, you have to be pretty happy about what you've been doing the second half. If you're Northside, however, you want to keep doing what you're doing, pounding the ball up the middle and wasting clock, so it's harder for Lakes to creep back in, as our injured player for Northside is able to walk towards the sidelines. That is a good thing to hear, as you might have heard some round of applause after that. It is going to be a third down, a crucial one on both sides of the ball, because if Lake gets a stop, they get the ball back. If the Northside offense gets a first down, they can keep the drive going and kill more clock, which will make it harder for Lakes to creep back in, as I said earlier in the drive. This really has been more of a defensive game with a couple good offensive plays in between from both sides. I will be interested to see how this one ends, as we still have 9 minutes to go, as we're only a minute in. And Lake's doing a good job that time stuffing the run. He goes nowhere that time. He was pushed back. It looks like he was short of the first down that time. Good pressure by Lakes, making sure that the offense had nowhere to run to. Let's see what Northside decides to do here. They're fourth down territory. You could basically do run or pass. It's up to Mike Lowman's discretion on what they do here. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be a run, and that run gets swallowed up. It looks like originally it was going to be a play-action pass, but it's going to be a run on the ground. It didn't look like at the start that he was going to get there, but that final push got him the first down. Clock will keep going, obviously, here as Northside continues their drive, getting near midfield and eventually going to be into Lake's territory here as time progresses. Crowd is getting into it now for the away team. The Eagles on defense need a huge stand here or a turnover, one of the two. A flag is tossed immediately. It looks like it'll be against the offense here. It looks like a false start. That was Reggie Mitchell on the carry, number 87. That's going to be an illegal motion. I thought it was a holding at first glance, but you did see the guy motion in at the wrong time and did not get steady before the snap was made, so that's why it was an illegal motion. As it is now pushed back at the 40. Lake's playing better defense this half. They're holding their own. They're not letting any additional scores pile up. If they get a stop here, that's huge, but it's first down, so they have a while to go till they are able to do so. It is a first down for Northside, and it looks like they're going to be flags. It looked like it was a movement up front. A false start is what's going to be called. It could have gone either way. But that time it was a false start penalty against Northside.
All the way back to their own 36-yard line. It's going to bring up a first and 20.
First and 20 now. A while to go in this one, and also a long way to go for a first if you're Northside. If you're Lakes, you're going to drop back some of your defensive players, give them a couple yards, but ultimately just don't risk the deep shot. You don't want a really big shot down the field. Just kind of stay what you've been doing. With this zone coverage, it looks like. First down, it's a toss to the left side. Has a big hole as north side, but Lakes does a good job of closing that big hole down quickly. First down, it's a toss to the left side. Has a big hole as north side, but Lakes does a good job of on the carry, number 87. They've been giving him the ball a lot tonight in these situations. He's been doing a good job of that. 6 minutes to go. It will be a second down and long. Lake's playing good defense so far this drive, and we have whistles. It will not be a flag, but a timeout will be called on the field. Do not go away, fans, as a timeout was called. We will be back shortly to wrap up this one with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. As we break from timeout and resume play, it is a pass down the field, has a man, but it is intercepted. It looked like initially, but it and resume play. It is a pass down the field, has a man, but it is intercepted. It looked like third and a mile. They still have should have been an interception that time. Lakeside, or excuse me, the Lakes Eagles are wishing they had that one back. That should have been an interception, but unable to complete the catch process, as it is now a third down and long for Northside. They really have to convert here to keep the clock going. Another deep bomb has a man in double coverage, but too far on that pass in double coverage. Good coverage that time to keep the clock going. Another deep bomb has a man in double coverage, but too far on that. Good defensive play. It is now fourth down and long. If you are Lakes, you're just keeping everything in front of you. No deep shots. I would drop back your players a little bit more. It's more than 20 yards to go for Northside. A good defensive drive by Lakes, not letting them get any big plays yet. Watch the matchup at the bottom of your screen. Dominic Larazzo on the punt. A decent return. I believe there were penalties in the backfield. 5 minutes and 42 seconds left of this game. It is a false start. Penalty will be declined. Eagles will be taking over now. Now, here's the thing, right? If you're the Eagles, this is a drive you must score on to tie up the game. You cannot give it back to Northside due to the clock standings being at 5 minutes and change, you have to get a touchdown this drive to put yourself in position to possibly win. If Northside gets a stop and scores again, they're kind of out of luck if you're the Eagles. So this is kind of for all the marbles right now on this drive. Number 35 goes in motion. That's Mason Gallo. We've called his name a couple times tonight. It is a run up the middle, a safe bet on first down, a good gain near the 50. Big run that time. It will be second down and about 4. Good run that time, up the middle, powering through. That was a handoff to Lennon, Grayson Lennon, number 15. We've called his name a good amount tonight, along with Chase Davis, the starting running back. It's second down and manageable. Run up the middle being, oh, the ball's out! And Lakes have recovered! Scooped up, he might, oh, what a juke! Oh my God, number 44, still keep going, Eli Davis! That man can scooped up, he might, oh, what a juke! Oh my God, number 44, still keep going, Eli Davis! Lake's team right now, after that play, really should have been nothing. A fumble helped them get a huge gain on the play of about 22. Great uncalled play for by Lakes. Definitely uncalled for, but it works in their favor. It's first down for Lakes. That run was by Chase Davis, the leading runner tonight. Him and Lennon have been sharing the duties in the backfield to this point. There's 4 minutes to go here. It is going to be another run up the middle, this time to Lennon. Good gain, Pyle pushing forward, giving Davis a bit of a break running-wise, but he's still in the game, just not getting the handoff. Gain of a couple, about 4 or 3 yards. Second down and about 7 or 6 to go. This looks like a potential red zone drive as they're near the 20-yard line. But Lakes definitely needs a touchdown here, as I mentioned earlier in the drive, with the clock running down and looking like this might be their last chance to tie it up, considering the clock situation. Lost Roscoe in the backfield as he is the quarterback. It, however, is a run up the middle. That was Matthew Longbro on the run. We've not seen him in the game tonight that much, but that time it has a gain of a couple, probably about 2 on the game. 1 yard to go. Lennon and Davis in the backfield. Lennon gets this call, and that time Northside stuffs it up, and they're saying the ball was out. We're going to have to see what the refs have to say about that one. It looked like it might have been out after he already hit the ground. They are considering forward progress, which will mark the ball back to about where it originally was. This is essentially the ball game. 4th and 2, they have to convert here if you're the Eagles. You have to convert now or never. The Eagles get excited, but they call a timeout on the field. Northside takes a timeout to consider their defense and what they're going to do here to try to stop Lakes from scoring and possibly tying this one up with 2 minutes and 11 seconds. What has been one of the most exciting games of the day, the only varsity game of today. All the other games being feather and middleweight. But this game did not disappoint as it's still close, going near the 2-minute mark. Tomorrow we will be back live streaming again for any of you that are on Facebook wanting to watch the TCYFL Super Bowl game starting at 10 o'clock. Caneland versus Liberty. The whole crew will be here again for another slate of 6 games. So football is not over tonight. We have tomorrow for Super Bowl weekend. But this game might be over if Lakes does not convert here. This is a dire need of a first down. It looks like Northside is sending a ton of pressure, which they do. And it looks like he has enough. That's Lennon on the carry, turning the legs. And he will break the pylon, it looks like. Only 2 minutes remaining. He was near the pylon, but did not quite get there was Lennon. It's first down at about the 5-yard line, but at least he got the first down. Good job by Lennon, the backup running back, putting his head down and getting what he could to get the first to keep the game alive. It's now first down, and that time Northside saw it coming. 1:35 to go. That time, no running room as they try to bounce it out to the right side. Nothing doing there. A timeout is called, and both teams are going to get to catch a break and grab a drink of water. This has been a great game by both teams, putting everything out on both sides of the ball. But this drive has been taking up most of the fourth quarter, which is exactly what they wanted to do. But it's only going to be worth that if they are able to get a score if you're Lakes. If you're Northside, you've been playing a good ball game. You have the lead right now because your defense has been playing a little better and your offense has been a little more efficient. But if you're able to get a stop here, that will be the ball game, essentially. It's second down and about 6 to go. This is go time right now if you're Lakes. You got to break the goal line here to be in more of contention here to make it a tie game possibly. We are looking at if they are able to convert the extra point as well. They would need to do that to make a tie game, and I don't know what overtime would look like if they have overtime or not in these type of games. I would presume they would, that they would not end in a tie, but it is now second down and 6 to go for Lakes. Lakes is either going to give it to Davis or Lennon in the backfield, if I had to guess. That's what they've been doing for a majority of this drive. They actually pass it to the back of the end zone. That was a tipped pass by the north side. If I had to guess, that's what they've been doing for a majority of this drive. They actually pass it to the back of the end zone. That was number 28 for Northside breaks that one up. That was a risky pass by number 14, Dominic Lostaricio. That was a risky pass right there. Two Northside players in coverage on one player. That could have really well been an interception if the defender was looking towards the ball and not the player. It's going to be 3rd and 6, 1:23 to go in our last game of this long day. Davis in the backfield looking to punch it in. Nothing doing on that until tackles are broken. And is he in? He gained a couple of yards, what we initially thought would be nothing. He's going to be just short of the goal line. 1 minute, 4th down and 2 to go. And more timeouts are being called as things intensify here at Mundelein High School. Do not go away, fans. This is for all the marbles in the marble jar. This is for it all. If Lakes is able to convert and get in the end zone, it is not necessarily game if they're able to get another stop, possibly. But if Northside gets a stop here, that will be the game, and Northside will be able to take a knee and put the ice on this one. There's exactly a minute left. Not a lot of time in this one. In timeouts, you would have to think that both teams are almost out of timeouts. So if Northside does get the ball back, what type of plays are they going to run is the question. And Mike Lowman is probably thinking about that right now on the sideline if they do get the ball back. The Eagles fans are cheering, "Let's go Eagles," as they're trying to get the Eagles back into it. It's 4th down and 2. This is the ball game. You can't ask more in a Super Bowl game than this. It all comes down to this. All the practices, all the hard work this year. Can they punch it in? It's going to be close. Does he get in? He is just short, a hair short. Northside will hold on and we're able to take a knee. It looked like at first glance he might have had enough, but by the nose of a football, he is short. And Eagles will turn it over on downs, and Northside will be taking a knee. 55 seconds left. What a huge play that time by the Northside defense. But props to the Eagles for fighting back tonight, but they do not have enough in the tank, falling just short on the goal line. Good goal line stance and defense by Northside, as it looks like they're gonna hold on. They might not necessarily be able to take a knee because they're that close to the goal line. They might have to move it out a little bit by running, then take a knee. We're gonna see what they do. But you don't want to risk a safety either if you're Northside, giving the ball back plus 2 points. What we believe is the final timeout was called just now. They still have one timeout left, correction. One timeout remaining still. To run you through the games tomorrow while we're in this brief timeout. Starting off tomorrow, Caneland versus Libertyville at 10 a.m., the Bateman division. And then that game following that is the Caneland U versus the Liberty U, the middleweight, at 11. In that third game of the day, you have your North Shore Ultimate battling Schaumburg Elite, middleweight at 12:30. And then Kenosha Prairie Ridge at 2 o'clock. And then 2 other games following the result of that one. Northside looks like they're actually going to take the snap. Clock still not running. Now the whistle's blow and the clock will run once the snap is taken. And that's going to be an offside in the Eagles. Head coach cannot be happy with that right now. That's giving them more comfort, not being so pinned up against their goal line, as that is a crucial penalty in a bad situation at a bad time if you're the Eagles. Now the Titans should be able to go to a knee after that penalty. We'll see what they do here. It will most likely be in knee formation. And that's what it's going to be. That will be all she wrote for this one as well. It's going to be 13-6. Northside holds on. Northside will hold on, but a good game by both teams. Really, though, props to Lakes. The first half was kind of shaky for them. They had a few bright plays, but this half they really put everything out there. They just fall short within the goal line and cannot punch it in. But your player of the game for Lakes was definitely Davis, number 44. He had a great game and did a good job of carrying his team. He is definitely the player of the game if we had to choose one for Lakes. Your player of the game for Northside was Reggie Michael, number 87, running the ball a lot, scoring touchdowns when needed. And the Titans knee on the ball one more time. 40 seconds to go still. There might be a little time, but they can't stop the clock, though. No more timeouts for Lakes. 30 seconds now of the last game. One more snap will be it. And the Titans will be going to a knee. We thank all of our fans throughout the day that tuned into this production. For all my crew and staff and fans, I'm Max Schultz, your commentator for today, and I will be your commentator for tomorrow. We say so long from Mundelein High School. Your final from this game in the last Super Bowl for tonight from Varsity Division weight. Lakes losing 13-6 to Northside. We say so long till tomorrow morning. Thank you. Have a great night.